Welcome to the channel if you're new. If you are an OG, please act like you got some sense in front of our guests. Today's video is about Miss Pearly Things. So, if you don't know who Miss Pearly Things is, she is what I would like to say, a vulture, a red pill merchant, a grifter, someone who lays it on pretty thick and tells these red pill lost souls what they want to hear. I've heard her say things as crazy as women shouldn't vote, how she didn't want to vote, how women aren't educated voters and they really run with emotion.
I don't think women should vote.
Huh?
I don't think women should vote.
Lord Jesus, keep on going.
Yeah,
no women, you can't vote. No birth control.
Yeah,
keep it going.
No, because it's always freedom without responsibility. And
I
so,
love
like,
it.
the
Women
reason
should not
no,
vote. Pearly
but
said it herself.
I'll tell you why, though. I'll tell you why. Because it's freedom without responsibility.
She tells women what it takes to be a wife, and she is not a wife. How old is just Pearly Things? She's 26 years old. So she's 26, bordering 30. I'm telling young ladies what they need to do to get married, and she is still not married. Very successful lady. Huge, right? And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. She's not married. So what is my problem with Just Pearly Things? Besides the grifting, she's in the news for sitting down with Nick Fuentes and allowing him to push his rhetoric and join in on rhetoric. And one thing that drew the line for me is when she tried to say that basically, well, one, she was talking crazy about her workers, right? Her African workers, making race jokes, doing all these things in front of Nick Fuentes, who is an open racist. Anybody acknowledges that he's racist, and anybody that says he isn't racist, it's just, you're coping. It's ridiculous. You know with the stuff that he said. He's been on No Jumper saying that like having sex with a black person is equivalent of laying with a dog, right? And when Sneeko tried to write it off as a joke, he was more than happy to correct Sneeko and tell Sneeko, chill out, like, let me explain why I feel this way. He didn't say it was a joke. He was willing to stick on it. But basically, she had him on her show. She didn't give him any pushback, and she even joined in and said something that really tipped me over the edge. She tried to say that slavery was sensationalized.
And the culture, we sort of lost the culture.
Yeah, because the lesson of World War II, based on the horrors of the Holocaust, is like, this is what happens when nationalism goes awry. This is what happens when nationalism goes too far.
But your argument was the Holocaust was not special and all countries have done that.
Yeah, exactly.
And so you're saying, why is the Holocaust special?
Yeah, basically.
Oh. What do you mean, basically?
Well, yeah, I mean, because of course, we're getting into the details of it, but yeah, that's the gist.
Yeah, I mean, but you kind of deny it happened.
I denied some of the parts of it.
You deny parts of it don't seem realistic to you. You think they were embellished upon.
I think they're embellished, yeah.
The same way. This sounds, oh gosh.
Oh boy.
They're gonna be in trouble. This sounds similar to the slavery stuff too, because that's literally the founder of, or the guy who made Roots said, I wanted a myth for my people to live by. So they often, but that's what they do.
And she tried to use an example, like how slaves after the Civil War, they returned back to their owners. Straight up ridiculous. And then when I commented, under a different video, I think somebody was reacting. Somebody was like, yeah, it's true. It is sensationalized. How is it false? And it's like, okay, what you learned in history class is nowhere near what slavery actually was. Not even close. All right. I didn't know growing up as a kid, they didn't teach me that they were skinning black people and using their skin for furniture. They didn't teach me that they were taking baby kids and using them as crocodile bait, and they were basically like letting them eat kids. They let gator eat kids. They use them as gator bait. They didn't teach me that they were buck breaking and assaulting the men in front of their family to establish dominance. They didn't teach me these things in school. So no, it wasn't sensationalized. It was actually undersold to us, and basically was black people worked really hard, and these abusive slave owners whipped them. That's about as far as it gets. It didn't really tell you about this. So the idea that slavery is sensationalized is ridiculous. Now, what makes this situation even worse, that she will say some nonsense like that, is the fact that a lot of dudes in the red pill space weren't even trying to check her. Now, Mediocre Tutorial Reviews, he did a video about it. Now, when he called it on the live stream, he was trying to downplay it. He kept pausing the video trying to joke, take away from the seriousness of it, despite the serious allegations of what she said. He was trying to BS through it because he wanted to stay cool with his connections. He was using her platform. It was helping him. One hand was washing the other. They was good working together. So he didn't want to blast her. But he realized that his brand was taking a hit and people were like, what are you doing? How are you men standing with this woman? So then he came out another video and said, oh, I just want to digest the information and I can't work with her. Now, it's cool that he eventually came over, but it's sad that he valued that relationship so much that it took him time to digest a white person saying that slavery was sensationalized and sitting down with a known racist and not giving him pushback. What is there to digest about that? And then what disappointed me and other people in the space was that you see people like Anton Daniels, obviously the dude I was just talking about, MTU. You seen the lead attorney, like people was covering it, but they weren't really giving her pushback or pushing on her the way that they should have, the way that she deserved by saying that nonsense. And then it's like Anton Daniels and I cannot remember the other dude. I want to give him his credit for raccooning. Yo, the cooning gotta stop. Like the red pill space is getting so embarrassing with this Pearly Things situation. It's just ridiculous. Now y'all want to sit here like Anton Daniels want to sit here and call it selective outrage and how y'all don't hold everybody else accountable. What did she say that was wrong? You are a black man sitting there not holding her accountable for trying to say that slavery was sensationalized. And it's like, if you follow Anton Daniels whatsoever, I used to look at his content a little bit, but I don't really watch his content because I really can't stand corny dudes who get money and they amplify their character. And you see the way that they talk to people and it's so nasty and so disgusting. When I watch him on the Lapeef network, and the way that he talked to those women is just so nasty. But when it came to just Pearly Things, it was like, oh, I don't see the problem. Y'all are just being outraged, right? But I see you fly off the hinges at black women for less, for way less, for anything. Just talking sour. You a man. I seen a clip recently. He was like muting some chick, screaming on her, snapping on her, calling her emotional and all this stuff. And it's like, bro, you're the one yelling and screaming. You are the emotional one. But when it comes to Pearly Things, y'all want to turn a blind eye, right? Y'all don't care. Oh, it's just selective outrage. What did she do that was wrong? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous what this space has turned into. And what makes it even worse about this space is this space tries to pretend that it's about helping men, when 99% of the content doesn't even help anybody. All it does is further divide, if we being honest. Now, when you talk about the lead attorney, maybe he brings some value. He's a divorce attorney. He can bring statistics. He can bring experience. He can bring these things that the average person can't bring. But what are these other platforms doing? Are these other platforms bringing people together? One thing that I liked about Kevin Samuels, you can disagree all you want with Kevin Samuels. One thing I did like was that dude started a group and he was helping bring black couples together. Hey, we're not dealing with the modern woman. If you an old school woman, you an old school dude that you provide, he even said, hey, we don't do the 50-50 over here. And you willing to provide, I'm willing to put you together with like-minded couples. And even though he frustrated people, said things, was even rude at times or whatever, and was blunt, he was still trying to bring people together. These other groups ain't doing this. These other platforms ain't doing this. When I occasionally watch the Lapeef network, that's not what they doing over there with Anton. When I watch Fresh and Fit clips and stuff like that, that's not what they're doing over there. They lie and tell you that they're all for self-help, but really all they're doing is capitalizing off of the division of black people. And it's disgusting. And the fact that they have allowed just Pearly Things to come in and do the same thing to women and go after women and grift. And then when she said this racist stuff, they just let her slide. It just blows my mind. It's like, if you are new to this red pill space, I want you to do me a favor. And I want you to take a step back and look at the content and think, man, is this content making me grow? Or is this content pushing me into the red pill rage where I'm tired of these bimbos. I'm tired of these modern chicks. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of that. Is that what it's pushing you to? Is it really pushing you to be great? Because the numbers don't lie. I mean, Fresh and Fit is a perfect example of that. Yes, Myron does the videos about buying real estate. Or, hey, you need to invest. The video went out. Hey, you need to invest. You need to do this. You need to do that. Myron does do videos like that, but those don't get the views. The only thing that really get the views is the main podcast, the Fresh and Fit podcast, where he's dunking on idiots and slamming women that's just saying nonsense on the show. That's what you guys are here for. So can we stop pretending that this space is for men to improve when that's not what y'all are doing in this space? And the fact that somebody like Just Pearly Things can walk in and do what she want to do and then sit down with a racist like Nick Fuentes and play in your face and say crazy racist stuff to her workers on camera and stuff like that. I don't care if y'all joke off camera, but you knowing with your platform, with this size and with this racist man sitting right in front of you, you cracking race jokes with your African workers and you allow him to get in on it. That's crazy to me. Then you sit here and say that slavery is sensationalized, like, and then you see these dudes not even want to stand against her. It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't understand how in this space they allow so many people to talk with no credentials. Y'all sit around telling people constantly, including Pearly Things, constantly telling people how they need to act to get married. And most of y'all ain't married. Most of y'all ain't never been married. Y'all ain't even in a serious relationship. What are y'all teaching people? What is this? What is this? I don't agree with everything that Steve Harvey has said, but at least the dude been married before. This space is disgusting. It's disgusting. It's been nasty for a minute, but this whole situation with Pearly Things happening, man, it just made it so much worse, bro. It is so weak, so nasty, and most of this community don't stand for nothing. Nothing. Leave how you feel in the comment section. Maybe I'm just following the wrong people, right? The Lapeef Network, Fresh and Fit, Just Pearly Things, the lead attorney. You know, maybe there's some more people in this space having honest conversation and pushing people together and trying to get to the situation instead of constantly dunking on people. Like, I get it, that's entertaining, right? But when you guys are so dedicated to that, where y'all never bringing people together, y'all allow Just Pearly Things to do whatever she won't, come into space, talk crazy, and she's clearly grifting, bro. Clearly grifting. Imagine a woman saying, I'm gonna get up out of here. I just want to say, imagine, like, bro, if I told you, bro, I don't even want to be free like that. Like imagine I was, my job was to appeal to Republicans and conservatives. And I come out and I'm like, man, I don't think slavery should have ended, bro. It kept us at work. I don't think segregation should have ended, man. We really ruined white folks' neighborhoods. Bro, they would see that from a mile away that I was grifting. Who speaks against their own interests? And that's exactly what Pearly Things do. She's for women oppression. And everybody let her get away with it. And that's why with her doing that for so long, that's why when she came out with this racist stuff and showed her true character, so many black creators in the space didn't want to do nothing about it. Didn't want to say nothing about it. They wanted to denounce her because they didn't want to mess up their relationship. The space is nasty, bro. Y'all got to do better. If you made it to this video, please leave how you feel in the comment section, man. Leave how you feel in the comment section. Give me somebody else in this space that's doing better. But from what I'm seeing, it's nasty, man. If you made it to this video, thank you for your time. Like, comment, subscribe. Then I'm out, Chief.